Chris Robinson here with local fighter Anthony Lenk. Anthony, getting ready for a big fight this weekend, September 8th on the Andre Ward-Chad Dawson undercard. You'll be fighting once used to be highly touted Ricardo Williams. What are your thoughts on the fight and what it means to your career?
Well, this means everything for my career. For his career, but for me, it's my coming out party. It's going to show Oakland and the world and some fans who Anthony Lenk the one and only is.
Now, we had talked about, Ricardo Williams. Do you feel his people and his promoters, they're looking at you as the underdog possibly?
I guarantee they're looking at me as the underdog. Not a lot of people know who I am. I'm under the radar, and I still have a impressive record. And that one loss, they put you into the loser category, but just underestimating. That's all I gotta say. Time for the upset.
But do you kind of like playing that role of the underdog? Is it something you've gotten used to? And that
I do. I mean, when you look at someone's name and you already start judging, and it's kind of bad that as soon as you see someone's name, you automatically judge how they're gonna fight. But you're gonna see who Anthony Lenk is. That's what it is. It's all about.
And could you tell me where you were born and raised, your upbringing, and how you got into boxing?
Well, everybody has a past. I was actually born in California, moved all around, and I settled in Niagara Falls, New York.
Okay.
And that's where I learned how to fight and everything from my stepfather and everything. After a few many years, I decided to come to Vegas, where the boxing capital of the world is, to make it for myself.
Right. And what do you remember about those early years in boxing? I mean, why did you really become close to the sport?
Well, pretty much boxing is a very intense sport. You have to learn before you can reach pro status. So having 100 amateur fights, it's a learning process until you get to the point where you feel comfortable enough to turn pro. And
how would you describe your pro career so far? What kind of lessons have you learned along the way?
I learned a lot of lessons, mostly you got to have a mother and father in this game.
Yeah.
Which is a promoter, and if you don't, you're kind of just sitting there floating around. And so far, I mean, I'd say that's how my career has been. So this fight is going to show the world who I am, and hopefully give me a promoter to back me, to see the skills and to recognize.
Yeah, and you had the one loss to Jesse Vargas.
Yeah.
What was that fight like for you? What type of experience, or what did you learn maybe from that?
I take nothing away from Jesse for that night, because they say the better man wins. But definitely learned a lot. I've never really been pissed off in the ring. I got a little pissed off in that fight, and consequences happened. I broke my hand early, and you just don't know what to prepare for in a fight. So we prepared, but we weren't prepared for that, and we took the loss.
Coming back to Ricardo Williams, he had a lot of buzz coming out of the Olympics years back. What are your thoughts just on his style? You mentioned that you kind of, when you get an opponent announced, you like to look up some info on him. Just what are your thoughts on him and the challenge he presents?
Well, I actually, in the amateurs, I love fighting better people. I love fighting the top guys out there, and as a top amateur, I hope he brings that to the table. I hope the man that I saw on footage comes out that night, because I do better against better people, and just want to box.
And also, Anthony, just a little side note, you mentioned Chad Dawson is out here. You're fighting on the Dawson Ward undercard. Chad Dawson has set his camp up out here. You played a little role in Chad Dawson's camp. Could you tell me a little more about that?
A little bit. I mean, he does his thing. I do my thing. We're getting ready for different fights and stuff. But it was cool. He kind of took me under his wing. I ran with him every morning. We did calisthenic work. We did certain things. So if you caught a little glimpse of the 24/7 in the beginning, it's me running up in the mountain.
Yeah.
Because I'm ready.
Gotcha. What do you think about Dawson's chances against Ward?
I love the chances for Dawson, because he has everything on his side. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, Ward has nothing to win. You know, so when you see the skills, you should see how cut up, ripped,
Yeah.
how good this guy looks, man.
Yeah.
He's ready for sure, and I never seen him in my eyes this ripped and this cut. But what I've noticed about him is that he is a very smart, thinking fighter.
Yeah.
So he knows what he's doing in there. That's for sure.
Got it.